The carbon tax hard sell is in full swing. The day after her centrepiece policy became a reality, the Prime Minister's blitzed the airwaves, reassuring voters the tax won't hurt their back pockets. The opposition leader's wrapping up his campaign against the carbon tax too, embarking on a barnstorming swing across the country. Stephen Jedgetts reports from Parliament House.
You'd be forgiven for thinking we're in the middle of an election.
The reason for putting a price on carbon is because it's the right thing to do for our nation's future.
Over time, people will be worse off, and the cruel hoax is it will do nothing to reduce the emissions. It will do nothing for the environment.
And I'm very confident we can, every day through to the next election, explain it to people and gradually win their support.
It is a reverse tariff damaging Australian jobs.
The carbon tax has only been in force for a day and a half, but both sides of politics know that it's crucial to shape public perceptions early. The opposition leader has visited a fertiliser factory in Victoria that will have to pay the tax.
And if we want to protect the continued viability of plants like this, if we want to protect the continued provision of jobs at plants like this, the very worst thing is to load them up with additional burdens like the carbon tax.
People will judge from their own experience. They won't have to listen to the pollies. They'll be able to judge for themselves.
They already have, according to one poll. Only 33% of voters back the tax at the moment, and just over half believe they'll be worse off, worrying statistics for the government. The Prime Minister believes that will change within months.
It's only the 1st of July that we were able to deliver the tax cuts. It's only the forthcoming pay period that people will be able to see those tax cuts in their pay packet.
She's received some much-needed covering fire. Almost 300 businesses, including Westpac and AGL, have signed a statement backing the carbon price. Labor also hopes that voters won't like the opposition's plan to take away carbon tax compensation.
Will you take the money away that they've been given to compensate them for the carbon tax?
If there is no carbon tax, they won't need that compensation, but we will ensure that there are tax cuts and that pensioners get a fair go.
But you will take that money away from them?
They won't need the compensation
so you will
if
take it away
they're
from
not
them.
hit with the carbon tax.
The government won't be able to eliminate public hostility to the carbon tax, but Labor heavyweights know they have to blunt it at the very least and win back some of the middle ground. They'll be keeping a very close eye on opinion polls over the coming months and weeks, and so will restive Labor backbenchers. Stephen Jedgetts, ABC News, Canberra.